guys. How's it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you see this. This is going to be a general reading for Scorpio for April 18th through April 30th. It is a general reading, so it can cover anything like love, work, family, friends, health, etc. Always take how it resonates for you. And if it doesn't resonate and you know your birth time, you can always get a free birth chart online just by Googling it and finding out your other placements. So for instance, we all have every zodiac sign in different places in our chart. So this reading can resonate for you even if you're not a sun, rising, or moon Scorpio. All right, with that being said, we're going to get into your reading in just a moment here, Scorpio. I also wanted to say that whenever you see this message, it is relative, since time is relative and fluid. So for instance, it could resonate for you 6 months in the past or 6 months in the future. So always something to keep in mind. Also, at the end, I take a photo of all the cards that I've pulled for you here today. So if you ever want to take a look at it, for instance, like if you're not watching the live and you want to pull it up and have it alongside of you while you watch or listen, you can do that. Or just at a later time you can't remember and you want to say, oh, I want to see the cards again. So it's a record as well of your readings, so you can always compare it to last set of readings for you, Scorpio, and then in the future. So anyway, if you want to check that out, it's at MalesseaMagicLight.com, or just click in the description box below, and then once on my website, you find the Facebook link, and then on Facebook, look for the Scorpio reading that I will post after this live is done. And the first comment there will just be one photo of everything. The other thing I wanted to say is if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. Anytime you like the video or share the video, it really helps my channel. I appreciate that so much. And so if you do like this video and you want to subscribe, it is free. So all you have to do is click on the bell icon on the bottom right and make sure it's active. You can select it and say, I only want to get certain signs readings, or you can get all of the notifications, but it just lets you know when I put out new content. So let's get started here. We're going to do a little sound bell for some general healing and grounding for the reading. So if you want to and you feel comfortable, you can take a deep breath in and out whenever. Okay, Scorpio. That was a good one, I think. Sometimes they're better than others. I'm still learning how to do this singing bowl. But hopefully it wasn't too loud for you and you got a little something, a little energetic something from that. Okay, so let's get into your cards here, Scorpio. So we're going to start with the first main six. And so this first row here is energy starting around April 18th, even though today is still the 20th for 40 more minutes or so. But it's picking up energy from the recent past. Okay, what is recent? You have to figure that out for you, right? And then going further into towards the end of this week and weekend. And then the second row here is the last week and weekend of April. Okay. Let me set my timer here and let's see what you have here, Scorpio. So you have 8 of Swords, and we'll turn that commercial all the way down. Sorry, you have 8 of Swords, upright, 4 of Cups in reverse, the Chariot upright, the Sun upright, Queen of Swords upright, and Queen of Pentacles upright. There's been, in the last 3 readings today, I think 4 of Cups in different positions, different cards, but there could be something going on in the astrology world with that. So we'll get there when we talk about that. But yeah, Scorpio, to start off your reading here, you know, if this isn't your energy, it could be the person you're dealing with or just the situation in your environment, okay? But with the 8 of Swords energy, it's a very heavy energy, and this, again, could be the recent past or energy just lingering around, but it's talking about having a lot of anxiety, worry, overthinking, stress, just too much in your head about something, okay? And you see that here with the mole in the ground, right? So this is also telling you to use your senses and your intuition, because the mole, he can't see very well, right? He's in underground, he's in the caves underground in the dirt, right? So he has to feel around. So this is telling you that even though there might be a storm, a recent storm, or in the distant past, or even in your current energies, right, that you will get through it the more that you trust your instincts and use your other senses, okay? So we're going to start there, Scorpio. And now it's too quiet. Okay. So I always show on the top, bottom of each deck. So because this is really your only card here that I want to know more information about, and it just so happens what was on the top and the bottom of your deck kind of goes into that, so it's perfect. Okay, so on the top of your deck for your animal totem, which is the main 6 here, you have 7 of Pentacles in reverse and 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so with the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, this is an energy that talks about possibly not evaluating something correctly. This could be a work situation, it could be a relationship, not evaluating something correctly or not being valued enough or in the right way. So I'll show you the card by itself and just for reference, right side up. So you see this looking up at all these pentacles in the tree, and you see a lot of competitive energy, fighting energy in the background, right? So this card normally talks about someone evaluating, looking at all the hard work they've done, all the pentacles they have, but then they're looking at all the leaves they still need to pick, right? The work that still needs to be done here. So when this is in the reverse position for you, Scorpio, it's saying that either you weren't working hard enough at something, or you were overworking, something was not being evaluated correctly or valued correctly. And when you look at all 3 cards together, right, the 8 of Swords, what we started your reading off with, then the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 9 of Swords in reverse, it's showing you, okay, that the more you start looking at this evaluation of what was being valued or not being valued, or, you know, who's who and who, you know, oh gosh, I can't think of the way to say it. Who is not to blame, but who is, yeah, what is everybody's role? What is your role? What is being valued or not being valued? Something like that. I hope I'm describing it in the right way here for you, Scorpio. But you are going to let this worry go, because here the swords are down, right? That's all the anxiety, worry, overthinking. Here they're reversed. That's how you want to see it with this 9 of Swords, okay? So suddenly you might be able to, in the recent past, started to see things from a higher perspective and not overthinking, worry, or having anxiety, okay? And the more that you get into that energy, Scorpio, here we have the 4 of Cups that I mentioned earlier that's in the reverse position, that's coming out in different ways and different placements for a lot of people this week. So it could have something to do with the astrology. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but there was like 11 different sky changes happening, adjustments, sky adjustments, right? So I know me personally, I was like, oh, up, down, up, down. And my friends were like that. And then I said, oh my God, let me check the astrology. And it was there. Let me look back here. I think I took a picture on my phone. Okay, so it was the 20th. Is that today? Are we still the 20th? Oh my gosh, hold on. Yeah, today's the 20th. Yes, it was today? No. Hold on, guys. That's not right. My goodness. When was it? Okay, it was the 17th. I just wanted to mention this. I should have mentioned it in my other readings as well, but it just kind of came up when we were talking about the 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so on April 17th, there are 11 different sky alignments. Okay, so Mars was connecting with Jupiter. Mars was connecting with Pluto. There was a Gemini moon. There was a void from 11 until 3 that day, and then the moon went from Gemini to Cancer, so it was very emotional. I don't want to read this whole thing to you, but yeah, so basically Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, yeah, so anytime, okay, so I wanted to mention this too. There's a free app I got. It's called Time Passages, right? It's really basic. You can put in your birth chart information. But right now, when I pull it up, it'll say what the current chart is. Sun is in Taurus. We know that, right? It's Taurus season. And then moon is in Leo. And then it says void of course. Void of course. I know it sounds weird. Anytime you have a void of course, we had none today, means that you shouldn't make any decisions during that time. And it's usually for a couple of hours. I don't know if you guys can see my screen here without the reflection. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's something to think about. And anyway, there's a bunch of free apps you can get. It's really basic. But the reason why I was saying that is because the Four of Cups was coming up in the last couple of readings. And so I felt something to do with the current astrology. So anyway, I'm not an astrologer, but you can always get more information online about that if you want to. So anyway, when you see the Four of Cups in this position, that's how you want to see it. So it's saying that you now, Scorpio, after you had all of that overthinking, anxiety, worry, and then you were like, okay, I need to evaluate myself, evaluate others, who's working, who's not working, am I working hard enough, am I not working enough, whatever it is, right? That will take you out of that confusion from the Nine of Swords in reverse. It'll start giving you a higher perspective. And when that happens, you look at your circumstances, right? The Four of Cups in the reverse talks about, I'm going to trust the divine now to give me better circumstances or better options. I didn't like them before, for reference, right? The octopus is swimming by these cups and he's like, nah, that's not good enough treasure for me, okay? But you want to see this in the reverse because that means now you're saying, okay, even though I didn't like those options and circumstances, they are going to change for the better for me, okay? So very good. And when you get into that energy, boom, your third card, Scorpio, is the Chariot. Look at all that forward momentum, balancing of masculine and male energies, masculine and feminine energies, male and female, right? The other two whales here on each side. Okay, so busting forward, forward momentum, positive energy. And then literally, Scorpio, your fourth card is the Sun. Beautiful. Again, speaks of youthful energy, enlightenment, spiritual downloads, revelations, aha moments. Okay, very nice. And then what do you have after that? You have the Queen of Swords upright. So you have even more mental clarity coming in for you towards, this is probably more the second week. So next week, okay, next weekend here with the Queen of Swords. Okay, but she's in her power. She's confident. People look up to her. She's royalty, right? Her gender is just a metaphor. Okay, you can be whatever gender. A really nice energy to have all that enlightenment and mental clarity because before you were confused, right? So the more you have enlightenment and mental clarity, then you come to your last card here, Scorpio, which is the Queen of Pentacles in the upright position. So you're starting to get comfortable with something. You're starting to feel more abundant. You're starting to be more confident, relax in your own skin about some kind of situation or with yourself or with others or all or above or one, right? A really, really beautiful energy here. Okay. Now, I also want to go back before we talk about your confirmation cards here real quick to the card that you started your reading off with, which is the Eight of Swords in the upright position. because your first confirmation card is 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Now remember, you had 7 of Pentacles in reverse as what was on the top of your deck, okay, for the animal totem. So this is very similar energy. I'm going to put them next to each other. One's a 7 and one's a 9, but they're both reversed. So one is about evaluations, where do you fall, right? And then the 9 of Pentacles, okay, for reference, this girl is standing up. She's got her falcon. She has a scribe behind her taking notes. What do you need, princess? Blah, 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 right? So when it's in the reverse position, Scorpio, it talks about in the recent past, you could have felt like you didn't have enough people around you to help you. You weren't feeling particularly abundant, right? Your skill or determination was off because that's what the falcon represents. Little falcon, right? So this is what originally had you in that energy of the 8 of Swords in reverse, right? But as we know, it doesn't last very long because then you have the Sun, okay? The enlightenment, the spiritual downloads, the aha moment, the childlike, vibrant energy. Okay. And yes, there was one more thing I was going to talk about, the 8 of Swords. There was a lot there because it was very like heavy energy. Just for a little bit when I first started shuffling for you. It didn't last, but this is where now I want to show you what was on the top and the bottom of your Llewellyn deck. So the Llewellyn is the yellow border and usually the cards I do for confirmation tarot. So you have the Knight of Wands upright and Justice in reverse, okay? So when you put it together, I'll put them in order here for you. The 9 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands upright, and Justice in reverse in the recent past. So like I said, you weren't feeling support, your skill or focus was off, you weren't feeling particularly abundant, but then possibly a message came through, a communication that you gave to someone or someone gave to you, or just a medium-sized opportunity from the universe, and there was something off about it. There was something that was not balanced because the Justice is in reverse, right? Something wasn't weighed and judged correctly. Okay, and only you will know what that speaks to since it is a general reading. For reference, you see her with the sword upright and her balance scales, and she's deeply rooted. So this could also say that not only was the Justice off because it was reversed, right, but there's a need for grounding. The tree's reversed. So taking care of your mind, body, spirit, right, all of those things. Okay, moving forward, Scorpio. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. So then your second confirmation card is the Hermit upright. Beautiful. Okay, nothing's wrong with the Hermit. He's a cool guy. So you're going to go inward. Okay, you started to go inward to find your own answers, to trust your intuition and your own light. Okay. And when this Hermit card is also confirming the 4 of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords upright, it's basically telling us that the only way you were able to start trusting in the divine, that there were better circumstances, better situations, better people, better jobs, better relationships, whatever it is, right? The way that you knew that that was around or that would start coming around was because you went within, okay? You trusted your intuition. Now, obviously, the more you trust your intuition and in touch with yourself, you get mental clarity, okay? The Queen of Swords. Beautiful. You get more confident, right? You have the ability to see things from a higher perspective. With the Queen of Swords in the upright position in the other deck, the Llewellyn deck, you would see a bird flying above the Queen while she's on the throne. Here you have the bird in reverse, right, with the 9 of Swords. That's what you want to see. So you're started in the recent past and energy is still around where you want to see things from a higher perspective. You want to be the bird, right? Let the anxiety, worry go. Trust your intuition, trust yourself. Know that better things are coming, okay? Now, your last confirmation card here, Scorpio, It really kind of confused me at first, and then I got it. So it's the Four of Wands in reverse, right? But it's confirming the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles, both upright, both positive cards, okay? When the Four of Wands shows up in the reverse, it usually can mean a celebration is put on hold, okay, or wasn't well received. But I really got from it when the Four of Wands is upright, it talks about the journey of life, okay? Life is a journey, not just point A to B, B to C, blah, blah, blah. It's the in between things that happen that are important, okay? So I really want to emphasize that because the more that you focus on those in between things, the journey of life, how far you've come, right? The evaluation, it goes back to, oh, it's flying. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I can't read upside down sometimes, right? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, right on the bell. Stop. Okay. Having issues, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so right, evaluating. What do I need to do? What haven't I done? What have I done too much? Why am I fighting with myself? Why am I fighting with others? Right? Reversed. And then here, Four of Wands in reverse. Starting to realize life is a journey and enjoying the transition, even if it's painful. Because the more that you embrace the journey, okay, the things that you may not think are important that actually are the little things, then you will come into more abundant energy, right? You'll become more comfortable like the little pig. You will be moving fast like the whale, okay? Beautiful. And I'll be here all week, guys. My TED Talk. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that is what I have for you regarding the tarot, Scorpio. So real quickly, I've already pulled your oracle cards if you want to stick around. I do have a love message for you as well, if you're into that. Okay, so your first oracle card, it's called The Great Servicing. So it's talking about Mars energy. Sorry, one second. I've been talking a lot today. Sorry, guys, on the phone too. The Great Servicing, right? Mars energy, anger, conflict, and then softening that, softening to love. Okay. So that may be a message for some of you guys during this time. I would look into the Mars energy. I did say something earlier, right? With the Four of Cups in reverse, and it was April 17th, the 11 sky alignments or placements that were happening. All right, so always look into that if you're interested. And then your animal oracle card is the platypus, okay? So it says, stop complaining and focus your intention on the blessings in your life. Really nice, and it goes beautifully with the Four of Wands in reverse. Enjoy the journey. Slow down a bit, swim, right? Be thankful for what you do have. Don't always focus on what you don't have. Okay? Beautiful. And then your love message, if you're watching this reading for love messages, a general reading, but you can always have it apply to other areas of your life too. It doesn't have to just be romantic love. It can be friendship love, whatever you want it to be. But it says, you deserve love. You are lovable. That's beautiful, Scorpio. Look at that. I think everybody should see that message all the time. Don't forget. Don't forget, Scorpio. We love you. Alrighty, so that is the messages I have for you today, Scorpio. So again, real quick, if you want to see a photo of any of these cards, I will be posting them on my Facebook page. You can go in the description box below, click on my website, and then once on my website, click on the Facebook link, and then on Facebook, once you see the Scorpio reading, it will be the first comment there if you want to check it out, but you don't have to, of course. So Anyway, thank you guys so much for your energy and your support and everything. So I'm going to take a short break, and then I'm going to try to come back with Libra tonight if the energy is right. So you guys take care, and I'll see you later. All right, bye.